Oh, what's this? Oh, y'all used to seeing me do a video of Lex Visits Sakura-Con showing y'all footage with no commentary. Well, I'm here to change it, so hey. So yes, welcome to commentary of me talking about this year's Sakura-Con that happened in April of last month. And sorry for the wait. So like I said, I'm just doing something different. Me talking about what happened this year better than what happened last year since a fire broke out downtown Seattle where the Cheesecake Factory burnt down. Ooh. And the whole LionCon debacle where me and my family, we reserved our badges last year, and we arrived there around 4 and finally got our badges like around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So yeah, that was ugh. But this year they got themselves situated, and I do like the new looks of this year's badge. And it's not a cardboard, it's so yeah. So once again, this year was great, but it had some moments. So yeah, we went to some panels and went to the panel where we could actually build some Gunplas. That was cool. And we checked out the arcade again this year, and the arcade was cool, if you can see from the footage here, and me walking around and seeing some unique arcades cabinets, and my good friend Xenia, they went to I forgot what kind of tournament it was, but they couldn't stop playing their favorite rhythm game. So I tried to go to the tournament, but I didn't know what time it was going to be participating in the tournament, since they told me that they was going to be in the tournament, and I wanted to give them my support, but I didn't know what time they was going to be on. So yeah, and once again, we went to the dealer's room / entertainment room. I grew up calling the entertainment room the dealer's room. So that's just me. Yeah, as you can see in the footage, yeah, it was cool, but not as big as the first time we was there. Like, it was jam packed. but yeah, since the whole you know what, a lot of people didn't sell some stuff because of the you know what that's going on. But I won't get into that situation. So yeah, this year was great, and we had a good view from our hotel room again. And this time we saw the second building, and we saw a panel going on, and I think we saw a Miku, a small Miku panel concert that was going on. Yeah, sorry for the sweat. That's what happens when you wear black. On an awesome news, me and my wife Danielle, she blew her son's mind when we finally showed him Ghost in a Shell, and he was blown away from the animation and all. He was like, wow, you know? And I told him, yeah, Ghost in a Shell. But yeah, well, like I said, the first anime that I watched my dad let me watch, was Fist of the North Star. And later he let me watch, without my mom knowing, he let me watch, well, he was in the room with me. He wouldn't let me watch it by myself, but he let me watch Wicked City. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't see Akira till like I was like 9 or 10, but he let me see Wicked City and oh my goodness. So, but yeah, this year was great. This year was great, and seeing all the different cosplayers, and I really, really wanted to get some good pictures of other cosplayers, but I hate taking pictures with my smartphone. I really need to get myself a better camera, so I'm working on that for my birthday. So yeah, but yes. So what else happened? Oh well, a lot of people loved my Kenshiro cosplay from Fist of the North Star. Yeah, I counted 5 people know who I was. I was Kenshiro. And for them I did the whole what the what the so that was great. That was great. And and also I cosplayed as my boy King Boo, and I wore the emperor cape that my mom-in-law made for me for when we went to Scarborough Fair when we were still in Texas, in Houston. Everybody thought I was the Ice King. I was like, no, I'm King Boo. Whatever. Well, like my wife and stepson told me that it's the cape because Ice King had white hair and the blue robe, So maybe next time I go as King Boo, I'll do without the Emperor cape. So this is the part where I show what I got from the dealer's room dealer's room and the artist alley. Oh yeah, the artist alley was cool too. But first I got this autograph by Bill Butts. That's his name, okay? Yeah, he's a well-known voice actor, and I couldn't believe that nobody was in line to get his autograph. I was the only one. And if you can see the picture, yeah, we did some good photo shoots. So, and he autographed this because he did the voice. I think he did the announcer voice for a Capcom Fighter Collection 2. So, do y'all have this game in your game collection? Please let me know in the comments below. And at the artist alley, I had to get this because I still play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I still play old school Yu-Gi-Oh, and I tried to get into today's Yu-Gi-Oh, but I couldn't because there's so many rules. I was like, what? So, but here he is. One of my favorites from the Egyptian gods is my boy, Obelisk the Tormentor. Oh yeah, everybody likes Slifer and the Winged Dragon of Ra, but for me, it's this guy right here. Well, God here. And I had to get this because I still play my PSP. This art is sick, let me tell you. Ain't that cool? And it was made by this guy right here. You all can see that. So I still play with my PSP. And also at the artist alley, the dealer's room / entertainment room. My favorite place, Sean's Anime. They had a booth there. They always have a booth there every year, and I got this from them. I'm a big fan of Macross, and I had to get this too. If y'all watch Macross, y'all might know this ship. And I'm happy to announce that I also got this, and I finally got a real grade, and it's the God Gundam. Yeah, over here it's called the Burning Gundam, but I still call it the God Gundam. And it's the real grade version. So, and also, I got this from the Anime Depot. It was on sale, and it's a complete series of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The OGs. Yeah, I grew up watching them. And also came with the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. Any fans of the Alien Rangers in here? Please let me know. And I also got this because I grew up watching the Metal Heroes, and I finally got my favorite metal hero, Space Sheriff, and hope I pronounced his name right. So, step aside, there's a new Space Sheriff in town. You can see in the bag. So, any metal heroes in here? Please let me know once again. Well, and also, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Macross series, and I had to get this Macross for the PS2. Yeah, my friends told me that this is the best one. Yeah, I got the Robotech game too, but I had to get this one too because Macross. And next, like I said, I'm a big fan of Fist of the North Star, and I got Fist of the North Star 1 and 2. Well, Fist of the North Star Kin's Rage 1 and 2. So, it's a Muso game, by the way. I really wish there was a brand new Muso game of Dynasty Warriors Gundam, because I have all 3 of the games and the Japanese version of Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. And I got all the DLCs from it too, from the PSN store from my PS3. Yeah. And also, I got the 2 best ones that my wife told me. We both love Super Robot Wars, and we got, well, I got these. Super Robot Wars X and Super Robot Wars V. And I think on one of them, I was so shocked that Nadia, the Secret of Blue Water, the characters from that anime is on, I think they're on X or V. So I might be wrong. So, but yeah, I love that anime. I'm so glad we got it. We got the DVD and Blu-ray versions of Nadia, the Secret of Blue Water. So, yeah. From my favorite store, Hi-Fi Lo-Fi. This was the last one on sale too. Na 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 do 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 na 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 na. Yeah, and what's cool is that it's magnetic. His hands and his feet are magnetic, and this was the last one on display from the Hi-Fi Lo-Fi booth in the dealer's room, and I was so lucky to have it because look at this. I grew up playing these games, and I had to have the Prince, the plushie version of the Prince, and the Katamari. So, woo. Also, I have this from Anime Depot. They had the booth down there. I got one of my favorite movies. It's a weird movie, and I know half y'all may know this movie. If y'all don't, if some of y'all don't, it's called Kamikaze Girls. The last thing you want is sometimes the very thing you need. And this movie is about meet Momoko, a self-absorbed dreamer who fantasizes about fleeing her backcountry home and living life in 18th century Versailles when she was unexpectedly meets the rebellious Ichigo, a rough and tumble biker chick. The two misfits form a unique friendship together. Nothing can stop them. Born from the pages of the favorite cult author novella Takimoto, Kamikaze Girls is a frenetic roller coaster ride brimming with day-glow visuals and wild hilarity that we'll never forget. And it was released on Blu-ray for the very first time in North America in its original Japanese language with English subtitles. So when my friend showed me this movie, I couldn't get enough of it. So I finally have it on Blu-ray. And I got this. Can you believe I got this audio CD from my favorite store down in downtown Seattle? It's Kinokuniya. And I got this for a good price. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, the soundtrack. Once I put this baby on, I was hit with the Sonic nostalgia, you know? And just to let y'all know, I like I like old school Sonic. I got nothing against modern day Sonic, but I like when Sonic was just a silent protagonist that does the, you know? And Big the Cat is still my boy. All right. And I had to have these because I'm a big fan of X Japan, and I got these 3 albums: Starbox, Art of Life, and Jealousy. How I got into X Japan? Well, a good friend of mine, when Rock Band 2 was a thing that was sweeping the country, yes, he introduced me to X Japan, and I had to go back to find some of their old albums, and the rest was history. I became a fanatic for X Japan, you know. So, but I know now they call themselves X. So, any X Japan fans here who's watching this video? And you all know that I'm an Ys fanatic, you know, the action RPG, the game that my late brother got me into when we had a TurboGrafx. Yeah. But here it is. I had to have this one. It's the perfect collection of Ys 2 soundtrack. Well, OST. And it comes with 2 discs. So I said to myself, I was trying to look for something that's Ys related, and the only thing I found was this. The other stuff of Ys that I saw, like, I already have those, but I needed to get this. So, hey, Ophidian, look what I got, my friend. Me and Ophidian are huge fans of the Ys series also. We're trying to get together so we could do a podcast show or a video series of us talking about the different games of Ys. So, Look out for that. And also from this booth that I found the X Japan albums. I found these. I always wanted this game for the Sega Saturn. Fighters Mega Mix. Yeah, you can have everybody on this game, from Fighting Vipers, Virtual Fighter. I forgot some of the games, and also you could play as the stock car from Daytona, USA. Ain't that wild? And I got Super Robot Wars F for the Sega Saturn. And yes, people, I can read Japanese, so I know what to do. And here's the heavy hitter. Since I ain't paying no scalpers this copy of this game. X-Men Children of the Atom. One of my favorite fighting games that's starring only the X-Men. Yes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter is the game that everybody couldn't stop talking about, but Children of the Atom was cool to me. I love playing as Iceman, Storm, and Psylocke because every time I go against my friends and my relatives, they hate it when I play as Psylocke because I keep defeating them with her. So yeah. So there you go, people. My experience of Sakura-Con this year, and saw the goodies that I bought home from that convention, and I hope next year I'll have some new cosplays, and next time I'll have a better camera, and next time we go there next year, I may do some commentary over there. So, like I used to do back in Anime Fest back in Dallas, Texas, when I used to live in Texas. So, if you like what you see here, like, comment, and all that jazz so you can see more of what I do here in Lex's room. And hey, I just saw that I got a new subscriber. I've been watching her stuff ever since when I was about to move from Texas to Washington State. And it's this awesome lady here. Yeah. She's now subscribed to my channel. I couldn't believe it. Always watch her videos of Shove It or Shelve It. And thanks to her, I got so many books on my shelf that's not even funny. Like, if I need a good novel or book to read, I always go to her channel and just see what she has or what she recommends. So, but once again, it's your boy Lex signing out, and I hope you all have a good evening.